We've been waiting so long, the season's finally here. Soak it up and cheer, cause T-Wolves Talk is here. No need to fear, the wait is now gone.
Wow, we haven't put out a video for a while. We can make this an extra long edition. So what's your starting lineup looking like right now? Who are your starters?
If I were to make a starting lineup like right at this moment.
Yep, we play tomorrow.
Just
first game.
First team and second team.
Yep.
It would probably be, I would say D'Lo at the 1. I'd say Anta at the 2. McDaniels at the 3. Hopefully, Vando re-signs and everything's good there. At the moment, I think I would put Vando at the 4 just for defense. And then Cat at the 5. And then coming off the bench, I would put Noel at the guard right now. I think he looked unreal as the point guard. I would put in Pat Bev. I would run an almost 3-guard lineup with Noel, Pat Bev, Malik. The 4 is still a little iffy. We always have issues with the 4. We never have any depth at the 4. So let's leave the 4 on pause right now, and then obviously Nas.
So you're missing 2 players. You're missing Okogie, and you're missing Prince.
So maybe Torian could be a small ball 4 because we like our small ball units. I mean, I would. He's 6'8", about, or 6'7", 6'8".
You're ready to be all out on. You're done with Okogie.
I think what we do best off the bench is scoring points. Like whenever our bench comes in, I think the main goal of a bench is to light a spark. Like you're obviously depending on game situation, like benches come in for different reasons. If we're, holding or maintaining a lead, obviously I think you'd run a lineup with, you'd probably have Pat Bev in there. You'd probably have Bev, Beasley, and Okogie, I think, if you're trying to maintain a lead. But if you're trying to, get some offense going, I don't see why you wouldn't run a lineup like a smaller lineup like that can shoot.
Yeah, I think where the Timberwolves can have a lot of success here with the second team is if we kind of go away from the second team. If we just kind of have
rotation,
6 or 7 guys that we can just rotate in and out based on the situation. Because what I'm seeing is I don't know if I want to start Vanderbilt. I don't know if he's an NBA starting power forward. He's a great player. I don't know if he's there yet. What I almost lean for is starting either Torian Prince or Okogie at the 4. And I know that might sound crazy, but when you look at our starting lineup of D'Lo, Anthony Edwards, McDaniels, Cat, that's not a lot of defense, but that's sure as heck a lot of offense. So if you throw Okogie in there, put him on their best player, because he can guard 1 through 4 at least. You put him on their best player, he has no expectations to score. That's kind of the same thing as putting Vanderbilt in there. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of interchangeable.
Yeah, no, I am a full proponent of 7-8 man rotations, 9-man rotations too. Even I hate platooning. I think
we're not going to do a platoon.
Completely kills the flow. I think it kills the flow of the offense. I think it kills the flow of the game because you're bringing a completely new unit into the game who has a complete different identity. Our bench and our starters we try to model each other after. Like I think Nas and Kat are kind of good models, but like they're completely different play styles. I think we're trying to all accomplish the same thing here, but yeah, I agree with you. I think we need to rotate players in accordingly. I think a great first man in, honestly, is obviously Malik. I think you probably sub whoever our 4 is and move McDaniels down to the power forward, and then Ant to the 3, and then Malik at the shooting guard, obviously, and then start rotating players in slowly. And I think the biggest thing that is going unnoticed yet again that we always talk about it is what is Cat going to be like on the 4, but what is Cat going to be like? What is Cat going to give us on defense here? What is he going to do? Like? We don't know.
He's been boxing a lot. He's been posting a lot on Instagram, mirror selfies. He's been going off on Instagram.
I haven't seen that actually. Yeah, that's
it's been weird.
He's acting like he's Manny Pacquiao, man.
It's been weird. It's been weird seeing his Instagram posts, but
he looks at least he's in shape, I guess. I saw the top comment was like, "This dude's been doing everything but playing basketball this offseason." No, I thought that was kind of funny.
That is funny.
But yeah, like there's some flashes. Obviously, we see some games where he's just clogging up the paint, blocking shots, and then we see other games where he looks completely clueless and he's getting bullied.
Got that old lay defense.
Yeah, so we don't.
Right there.
I don't know. I don't know what the 5 is gonna look like for defense here, but.
Yeah, another fun thing that I've heard people mention was maybe throw Nas in the starting lineup at the 4, or have him and Cat kind of an interchangeable 4 and 5 in the starting lineup instead of having Vando. I think that could be kind of an interesting look.
And I think everyone just likes to set a preset starting 5, but it really does depend on who you're playing. Like obviously, if you're playing a giant team like the Lakers, who are starting a 7-footer at center, AD at the 4, LeBron at the 5. Like that is an extreme amount of height. So obviously you're probably going to run a Vando, McDaniels, Cat front court. Like, yeah. But then if you're playing a small ball team like the Blazers, who are going to have Carmelo at the 4, you can get away with like McDaniels at the 4 and then run another guard lineup. Like it all depends on the matchups.
I don't know if McDaniels has like proved himself yet as a starter. Like all these Timberwolves fan pages and stuff are putting McDaniels starting at the 3. And do you think he's ready for that? Has he proved himself to be an NBA starting 3, or do you think maybe he needs one more year to mature on the bench and then we can consider him our starting 3? Or do you think he's ready?
I think at the end of the year, and I think
we're talking game 1.
I'm saying I think at the end of last year and this preseason, I think he's proved to me that he deserves a spot in the starting lineup over a few guys. Honestly, I don't think a Kogi at this point in time deserves a starting spot day in and day out. I don't think he's given us what we need. He's way too inconsistent.
He's terrible.
There was a stretch. You remember the stretch of games where he went like 0 for 20 from the 3-point line?
Yeah, I swear every time I looked at the TV, he was bricking a corner 3.
Like
I never saw him make one.
And obviously, there's the Malik argument too, and that's another
exactly.
The narrative on Malik's deserved a starting spot, but
the narrative on Malik has flipped. He went like I remember it was an unpopular thing saying he should be the 6th man next year. But now, like, he's automatically a 6th man. No one even questions him being the 6th man. But, like, you could make an argument for D'Lo, Ant, Malik, McDaniels, Cat.
But that's where I think that's exactly where we would go wrong, is putting Malik or Ant. I think Ant can body a 3, but I don't think Malik can play a bigger 2 or a bigger 3 whatsoever. And I think we'd be sacrificing defense.
He went to jail though. You don't think his defense is going to get better?
I don't know if he gained any defensive skills in jail. I'm going to be honest.
I 100%.
I think it's a perfect spot for him to be a 6th man. I think him and Noel work really well as a 6th and 7th man. I do. I think
can run that second unit.
Yeah, with what we have right now at the moment, I would start Anthony Edwards over Malik Beasley, because I think either one of them cannot play a wing position right now. We've seen them both play, bigger bodies, and it hasn't really worked. They both get dominated on the defensive end. It's pretty.
Anthony's defense is really bad.
Yeah, and
it's really bad.
And I would take Anthony Edwards over Malik, obviously, right now. And I don't think anyone would argue with that. We want to see the young kid develop, put him in, and throw him. We saw what happened when he was a starter. We saw the end of the year under Finch when he was a starter. 24 points a game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Like that's exactly what. If he gives us that, we're in the playoffs.
Dude,
he gives us that consistently.
Speaking of Anthony Edwards, he makes me proud to be a Timberwolves. Like I'm proud to be an Anthony Edwards fan. Like he's just so much fun to be a fan of. Like he's just
when's that Ant jersey coming in the mail?
Well, actually, so I was gonna order a white one, but then I heard rumors that we might be getting Tree jerseys back. You hear that?
Okay, no, I haven't.
Through the grapevine, so I heard that, and I put a halt on. I'm like, okay, the Tree Anthony Edwards jersey.
Okay, that's fair. If those things come out, that would be unreal. I don't know.
Have to get a few. I don't even know.
I want to get an Ant jersey. I really do, but
Jersey.
You know, the NFL is coming up. Justin Fields.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
I knew you'd have to put Justin Fields in this podcast at least once.
I put him in twice. I think I used him as a.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I did.
I
did.
Man. You love him.
That. I mean, yeah. I both those jerseys are necessities. I need both number ones on my favorite team. I need Fields and Anthony Edwards.